Are we rolling? Oh fuck, we're live? Good evening, dear viewers. I'm standing in front of Bronner Tech's brand new spaceship, Dawnfall. The highlight of this year's Global Climate Summit will see the first civilian trip ever to Starshield Station. And these are not just any civilians, but, as you may have heard, the members of the Autocratic Five.
Let me get one thing straight, Naomi. Just so not a single one of our viewers get this wrong. Brunner, who's Starshield Station's architect, so to speak, wants to take the Autocratic Five on a little sightseeing tour to that very station? Just to convince them to pay for it? That is completely nuts.
Indeed it is. Although negotiations are still ongoing behind the scenes, we all secretly know where we really stand. Without the help of the Autocratic Five, it will not be possible to put Starshield Station into operation. And without Starshield Station,
it will not be possible to conserve the Earth as we know it.
True, Brunner is leaving no stone unturned. He hopes for a change of heart among the autocrats after they return from space. While the public hopes that the overview effect mentioned by Brunner will convince them, there's also another big factor involved. Namely the progress of the station's construction, which the politicians will soon be able to see for themselves.
We'll see where that goes, and of course hope for a change of heart among the Autocratic Five. After all, it's about the future of our planet, and presumably they too will have to live on it. Speaking about a change of heart, after another UN politician publicly came out as a supporter of Burn Them Alive yesterday, are there any protests close to the site? Maybe even an unannounced appearance by the climate activist Liv Lundgren?
No, there were no protests here in front of the gates at Bronner Tech as of yet. Of course, the area around Bronner Tech has completely been sealed off. However, the situation is different in the city center of Frankenstein. Supporters of Burn Them Alive are really getting in the mix with numerous people celebrating Liberation Day this weekend. The victory of the Allies over Nazi Germany 80 years ago. But so far, it's peaceful here, Gunner.
Except for the central demand of Burn Them Alive, which is not to court the autocrats, but rather to shoot them directly into the sun. That doesn't sound very peaceful. Liv Lundgren's words, dear viewers, not mine. You can spare me the angry mails and phone calls.
I don't think Brunner would sink down to the level of these radicals. Just not his style.
And it would be very illegal.
Yeah.
One last question regarding Starshield Station. I am more of an entertainer than a nerd. Not like you, Naomi. Haven't people voiced the concern in recent years that they are only partially convinced by the cost-benefit factor of Starshield Station? Tech giant Leroy Jefferson recently referred to a study suggesting that maintaining the station will ultimately bleed the Earth dry, and will therefore do anything but save it. That doesn't paint a very optimistic picture, if you ask me.
Well, the project was and still is controversial, but do we have a choice? Mr. Jefferson was probably being driven by personal interests when he made those remarks. Let's remember that the United Nations had chosen Bronner Tech over Leroy Jefferson's biomatic systems at that time.
Yes, their fierce rivalry is well known, even to me. Well, thanks a lot for now.
You're welcome, Gunner.
We'll switch back live to our correspondent Naomi That's in Frankenstein as soon as we have something new. After a quick break and a deep breath, we'll be back with the following program. 3rd Century Flood. Miami Beach is finally set to be open to the public as an underwater theme park. Where is Leroy Jefferson? Speculation on his whereabouts are running wild. And we can't wait for the next Tom Tucker challenge. The internet star has announced that he will soon squeak about it, and it will be crazy.
Wow, did you hear that? All these cool folks are gonna fly to that space parasol thing in a fucking rocket and I'm not invited. I mean, the automatic 5, I wasn't just one of them. I was leading the pack.
Oh, honey, you weren't even part of the club.
They fucking loved me.
Darling, all they ever did was laugh about you.
They adored me.
Well, they adored making you look like a fool.
This rocket can't possibly launch without me on board. Come on. I'm Lloyd Kinski.
Yes, you are. You were president of the greatest nation on the planet, darling.
I am president of the greatest nation on the planet.
Of course you are.
And if anyone's gonna be the first human being to fly to Starship Station, it better fucking be me.
Exactly.
Exactly. Get the jet ready. We're flying to,
Frankenstein, Germany.
Frankenstein, Germany. To make history. Again. And bring all of my friends. You know, Tom and the other guy. Because before Lloyd Kinski, president of the greatest nation on the planet, will conquer the galaxy, he's gonna have the biggest, craziest, and most exciting party the world has. Jesus Christ! What the fuck happened? Where am I? And who am I? And who the hell pissed my underwear? Ugh, my head. I can't remember ever having had such a murderous headache. It's like someone was in my head and wildly kicking it from the inside. Why am I here? Ha! I wanted to fly to the space station with these awesome people. That's why I'm on this plane. They're launching from Germany. Actually, that's a whole new reason to party. Hope they're still wide left. It'll help against this awful headache. But I probably should get dressed first. Let's see. What's it gonna be today? Every single day, I gotta get past this difficult decision. We have the red suit, full of passion, perfect for my character. Fire, pure fire. The women love it, and usually can't wait to tear it off me. Then there's the green variant. It's my choice for military occasions. My designer said when I wear it, I become one of them, a soldier. Just with better clothes, better pay, and of course, without war, blood, death, and all the other annoying crap. Last but definitely not least, the blue suit. My favorite. I wear it all the time, to all the important occasions. And of course, to work and political rallies. It has an incredibly relaxing effect on people all around the world. Now, which one shall it be? Sometimes I get the feeling that I never wear anything else but blue. Just imagine those pictures. Me in this wonderful shade of blue, proudly posing on Starfleet Station. Wonderful. Wait a minute. Something feels weird. Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing on my plane? Or are you in my head? Too bad. I hate plans. They're so boring. I never have plans and I still achieve everything I want to. Daddy? Is that you? You're not the first one that will come crawling to me, full of regret for having tried to threaten Lloyd Kinski, the prez. And apart from that, I can't be killed by anything. Try me. That doesn't seem to have worked, does it? I'm the prez. I'm the one calling the shots, so listen. Oh, my smartphone. I don't have it with me. Listen, I don't care who you are and how you showed up on my private jet. Or in my head, I guess. We're both in the same boat. Or head, as they say. And you should be honored to serve me on this mission. What do you think? Glad to hear it. But before we get started, I have one more important question. Do you want me to explain a few things to you? Great. If you need any help, you'll find everything on this little note. Ready? Good. Let's get started. First of all, I guess I should find my smartphone. I want to know who's calling. The smallest bed I ever had to sleep in. I think I've had enough sleep. I can't pick that up. That's a piece of evidence. I'm not touching that. Maybe I'll find a matching bottle of wine. I don't need a spare pair. No, no, no. I have no use for that. Nope. I can't pick that up. I should find my smartphone first. I think I've had enough sleep. Not now. Weiler. It's as dark as my father's soul in here. Maybe I should turn on the light. Oh, shit, man. Where's my damn smartphone? It's driving me nuts. But I think we're close. It's too early in the morning for sticky eggs, but later I will 100% eat every single one of those little fuckers. This ain't possible. My favorite burger. I can't remember what the M stands for. They were monolithic, though. Now, who didn't flush that properly? Disgusting. I obviously don't need that. Don't you think I should be in the shower for that? I don't have time for that now. Even though, I guess it wouldn't hurt. Want me to pee in there? You almost got me. An ordinary drain. No idea why it's not in the shower, though. Why would I do that? A small gap between the wall and my throat. I always stick my chewing gum in there. Wait a second. I think my smartphone slipped into the gap. Damn, I'm looking good. It's too tight. Can't get it in there. Maybe I need something to make this easier. I squirted some of the soap into the gap. Let's hope this works. Yes?
Mr. President, this is Dean McMahon speaking.
Who?
Dean McMahon, your former chief of staff, your personal assistant, the guy who does everything for you and makes sure you don't have to worry about anything. There is no way in hell you could have actually forgotten who I am.
Well, Dean, if you say so, what do you want?
Are you all right, Mr. President? I was worried.
Worried? Why? There's no wine left on board, right? Fuck. Don't tell me there's no wine left on board.
Oh, no. It's your course, Mr. President. You've changed your course.
And? That wouldn't be the first time I changed course. Never had any problems with that.
Well, Mr. President, the deviation was extreme. A few hours after takeoff, you set course for South Africa, including a stopover of 12 hours. And although you set course on Germany again, I'm afraid you lost plenty of time.
Okay. And you didn't notice that earlier?
I've been trying to contact you and the crew for hours now, without success.
Lazy fucking staff.
I suggest you make a top priority to find out what happened to the crew. Hopefully, they're all right.
Who's gonna serve me my wine now that the crew's gone?
Like I said, make sure the pilot gets ready to land. You're lucky the Germans haven't blown you out of the sky yet. Maybe we still have a chance.
A chance? To get more wine?
A chance to make it to the rocket launch in time, Mr. President. You remember the rocket launch, right?
My trip to Starfield Station.
Fear not, Mr. President. I already have a plan B. As soon as you've taken care of the situation with your crew and have begun your landing approach, get in contact by video call. I will then give you all the further information.
I hope it's a good plan, Mr. I'm slowly Starting to be fed up with my staff failing me. Over and out.
Yes, Mr. President. Over.
Well then, time to take care of my lazy as fuck crew. Abracadabra. What a fucking mess. I wasn't expecting that. Whatever I was expecting. Those lazy bums. It's almost impossible to find good staff these days. Excuse me. Wake up, goddammit!
I can't eat.
Incredible. Not a good sign if the crew's passed out and drunk as hell. I should have a serious conversation with my pilot. I've got nothing to pick on, and my wife's not here either. Is this what dying people look like? Wake up! She's not reacting. Something should help wake her up. But what could it be? I was once on a plane where someone put an egg in the microwave. The biggest mess I've ever seen. The stewardess was mental. Finally, a door without these dumb buttons. There's also a warning sign on the door. Do not open in flight. Risk of death. You have been warned. Guess a little fresh air never hurt anyone. But it said on the warning sign that you're not supposed to open the door in flight. So maybe I should reconsider. I need a key card to open this door. No. Wonder who's flying the plane. Wake up! Trust me, if you don't man your stations right now, there will be consequences.
And if I refuse? Wanna throw me overboard, strong man?
Why not? I'm the prez. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
That would actually solve a few of my problems. All of my problems.
You look like you had one drink too much yesterday. You're the pilot. Don't drink and drive. Ring a bell?
That's exactly what I said when you asked me to party with you yesterday.
Party? What party?
Yes, your party, mister.
President, sweetheart. For you, still Mr. President.
Okay, Mr. President. It was your party. Yeah.
Ah, of course I remember the party. Yeah, the party. Sad that you missed this party. My parties are the best fucking parties in the world. Just like this one probably was. Quite sure that it was. Where are all the other guests?
Which guests, sir?
Tom Tucker, the other guy, you know, all of my friends. I thought we had a big party.
How do I say this?
Did they leave early?
Well...
Or are they in the suite?
Suite? We don't have a suite on this jet.
Who gives a fuck anyway? Bet we had a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it.
Boy, oh boy. You're completely shit-faced, aren't ya?
Yeah.
Really been drowning that booze, huh?
Absolutely, sir. Totally drowning that booze, sir.
Ain't life grand, right? Imagine the party we'll have when I reach Star P Station with my buddies. Oh, yeah. And we all know what happens on Starcape Station stays on Starcape Station. Tell me more about the party.
I don't know where to begin. I think you were watching videos, most of them featuring you, sir. Podcasts, speeches, a wrestling show? I'm not sure. Sometime later, you ordered us to drink wine with you.
Well, will you look at that? A president that is down to earth enough to share a table with his minions.
Yeah. Anyhow, it gets dark from here on. Maybe my conscience is suppressing my memories of this evening. Maybe it's the booze. Probably a combination of both. Whatever. Eventually the wine was empty and you ordered me to set course for South Africa to resupply one of your wineries.
Why didn't that work out? Where is this wine located exactly?
Oh, it worked. We hauled a few crates of your wine on board. Taxpayers' tears. Dry. But I don't know any other way to say it. We weren't exactly thrifty with that load either. And Ricardo... I'm afraid he will sleep forever, if he's not already dead.
I was told we spent several hours in South Africa. Why?
Unfortunately, only you can know that, sir. We stayed on board.
Maybe this stopover has something to do with the condition of my underwear. Or with this fucking headache. I have no idea what else could have happened. I so wish I knew what happened in South Africa. I really hope I will remember someday. That the day will come and I find out exactly what happened in these fateful hours in that foreign land. As if I could relive that dream. 'Cause it somehow sounds like I had quite an awesome time. All right, to the cockpit you go. We have to land.
I'm afraid that won't be possible, sir.
Wait, what? I'll make sure you get back in line, lady.
The door's locked, bulletproof, and the key card is gone.
How is that possible?
Well, I actually don't remember that much. Only that you wanted to make ice pops. And I'm afraid you cut the key card into pieces for this. You're a genius.
What an awesome idea. I wasn't aware that I was capable of such brilliance. And where are these ice pups now? Did we eat them?
I have no idea.
Don't worry. If the ice pups are still around, I will find them. I have a seventh sense for these things.
If you say so, sir. I just hope you also have a plan on how to fix that key card.
Plans are highly overrated. People make plans while I laugh my ass off. Just wait and see. I should either start that video call on my notebook or get to the bottom of this whole keycard problem.
I'll try to get back on my feet and to revive Ricardo.
The original ice pick from that old movie with the hot blonde. Got it from an auction. $78,000. I love auctions, you know. I have to admit that I did think they were auctioning off the hot blonde, and not that lame, shitty ice pick. I've got nothing to pick up.
Sir, can you hear me? I hope you located the crew. Is everything all right?
Yes, the pilot's awake. The other guy at least isn't dead. I think.
But your pilot doesn't seem to be in the cockpit. At least my data shows that the aircraft hasn't started the approach.
Well, we have a little problem. We can't find the key card for the cockpit.
A key card can't just vanish into thin air. It's got to be somewhere on the aircraft.
It is, don't worry. It's only a matter of minutes until we gain access to the cockpit. I'd prefer you'd rather tell me how to get to the launch after that.
All right. I won't waste any more time and proceed with the briefing. Welcome to Operation Star Sailor, sir. As a result of your delay, the launch site on the Brunner Tech property is not officially accessible anymore. The German government has sealed off the entire area surrounding the facility. The climate summit has begun. You won't make it in there legally. But my contact at the Secret Service has found a way to gain access to the launch site. The launch window won't open before Sunday. It's Thursday now, sir. I know you tend to lose track. Carl Brunner, founder of Brunner Tech and the father of the company's CEO, Daniel Brunner, and former leading scientists of the Nazis, used to have an apartment building in the city of Frankenstein. From this building, an underground train led directly into the heart of the Brunner Tech property, which was used as a secret Nazi research facility back then. The German nuclear weapons program and other top-secret experiments all went down on those grounds. During the invasion of the Reich, just before the Germans had the bomb fully operational, Allied special forces used these tunnels to gain access to the property and sabotage the nuclear weapons program. We found all this information in the documents of the Secret Service. That mission prevented a nuclear strike by the Nazis, and the Allies won the war. We won the war. Copy that? He really fell asleep. All of my hard work, my unbreakable will, and he falls asleep. Why do I love this man so much? There is no reasonable reason to fight for this man. To choose his side. Dedicate your life to. I'm talking to myself. Mr. President!
And may God protect our troops. Of course. Could you still repeat all of that, though?
Oh boy. That won't be necessary. You will find all the information you need in a file, including the old Secret Service report. All this will be handed to you by our undercover agent at Frankenstein International Airport.
Great. Is there a code word for the handing over? You know, like in the movies?
No code word.
No code word?
Exactly.
Wonderful. What's next?
Now, I have localized Brunner's old apartment building. The intel from back during the war was a little ambiguous. Some passages were blackened, some entries were unclear, and even some pages were missing. Lots of evidence points towards someone who tried to cover up the existence of this underground railway. The public doesn't know anything about this to this day. It's safe to assume that not even Daniel Brunner himself knows those tunnels exist.
Okay, and that means?
You have to locate the entrance to the tunnels under the old apartment building and try to gain access to the Brunner property.
Sounds like a beautiful little trip. What's the catch?
Well, there indeed is a catch, sir.
Go ahead.
Brunner's old residence, well, it's not only an apartment building anymore.
I'm listening.
You won't like this.
Spit it out.
It is a bar, sir. A bar is located in the building today.
A bar? That's it? That sounds fantastic.
It's not just any bar, sir. It's an Antifa bar.
Antifa? Are you out of your fucking mind? Do you want to kill me? Never will I set foot in a bar run by fucking Antifa. Anti-fuck. They're terrorists, damn it. The bad guys.
Please calm down, sir. There is no other way. And if one person on this goddamn planet can get it done, it's you.
Well, you're probably right about that. If anyone can do it, it's yours truly.
Exactly right, sir. Just make sure you contact my agent at the airport. He will be waiting at the entrance in perfect disguise. He will give you the file with all the required information. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot to mention you'll be equipped with one of the most advanced pieces of military equipment on the planet. The Swiss Army phone.
Swiss Army phone? What is that? Sounds very mighty and precious as hell.
We're talking satellite phone technology, combined with a set of incredibly useful tools. I'm sure you'll have fun with it. Don't forget to read the instructions, though. You bought it at a very exclusive auction last year, sir. Plutus himself invited you.
That sounds crazy. What did I pay for that?
Only your soul.
Oh, well, in that case...
Anyway, find the undercover agent at the airport. Let him give you the file and the Swiss Army phone and do what you were born to do. Make history, sir.
Believe me, I will. I came, I saw. What? I have some more questions.
Of course.
Can you tell me about that key card again?
You wanted to make ice pops from your wine. You didn't have any sticks for them. So you decided to cut up the key card and use that instead. I can't remember actually eating any of the ice pops. Maybe there's still somewhere on board.
Okay, thanks. Tell me about South Africa again.
We were there to get more wine from your private winery. No idea what else you were up to there. I stayed on board with Ricardo. But who knows? Maybe one day we'll be able to find out what happened down in South Africa.
That would be so wonderful, don't you think? Never mind.
Roger.
Wake up! He's completely gone. Actually, looks like he will never ever wake up again. Probably the ice pops the pilot was talking about. I've got nothing. These sticks are made from cut-up plastic parts. I could wait for the ice to melt, but that'll take way too long. I thought I should be putting plastic into the microwave. Had to learn that the hard way. What a stupid idea! That's not possible. The glass is now filled with the sticky eggs. The sticky eggs, they're being melted into a sticky substance. The sticky eggs are already melted. The sticky eggs have melted into a sticky substance. The sticky substance in the glass doesn't really remind me of the sticky eggs that I love so much. I ought to put something in the microwave. Done. I've removed the ice from the plastic parts. It looks like this is the key card, only, well, cut up. Oh, that looks like the key card to the cockpit. I should quickly give it to the pilot. Here's the key card. I know. Don't say it. You didn't expect that. It's hard to wrap your head around my genius, at least for average folks like you. No offense. To the cockpit with you. Woman the stations.
On my way.
He will eat your children. He will eat your mom. If you go into our woods, you better quickly run.
Oh, Jesus.
beware of the Aberman, beware of the Aberman, beware. Don't mess with the Aberman, don't mess with the Aberman, don't mess. Yes, man, beware, man. Yeah, never forget, Liberation Day.
Woohoo! Aberman? That sounds hilarious. But the music is awful. Where's security when you need it? And the headache. It's getting worse. I've had headaches in my life before, but they were never this bad. Maybe it has something to do with you. Well, since I started hearing you in my head, I've been getting headaches. What do you have to say about that, huh? Cha-chay! Ave Caesar?
Wrong era.
You're telling me?
You're quick. I like that. And since you're already here, don't hesitate and treat yourself with the best sausage in the world. One Wurst, one Mark. Hot, crispy, German. Enjoy Frankenstein's famous sausage. Interested? But you look like you're searching for something specific. Something that was prepared specifically for you as a customer and left for pickup.
Are you the undercover agent of my agent who's supposed to hand me an illegally obtained intelligence dossier and a super cool sci-fi gadget called Swiss Army phone?
Well, I have a passion for sausages above all else. Specifically, for Frankenstein's famous sausage. I sell these day in, day out, dressed in this authentic Frankenstein knight's armor from the Middle Ages to make money. I have a baby, you know. But in this case, if you ask me, yes, it's me, the undercover agent of your agent, who is supposed to hand you an illegally obtained intelligence dossier and a super cool sci-fi gadget called Swiss Army phone. But I need the code word.
The code word?
Yes, no code word, no illegally obtained intelligence dossier, and no super cool sci-fi gadget called Swiss Army phone.
It's incredible how my normally high-performing brain can be so forgetful sometimes. Do you know anything about a code word? No code word.
Correct. I guess I can hand you your care package now.
Thanks.
Before you go, your agent told me that you can call him anytime and ask for help if you're desperate and don't know what to do.
All right. Maybe I should take a look at this dossier right away. I got these useful documents from my agent. This Swiss Army phone, a very helpful tool. I can use it to call my agent at any time and check on the current status of the mission, or simply use it as a tool. There's a map of the Brunner Tech property inside, as well as some information on Brunner and his people. I guess I'll have figured out how to open this file when the full version of the game releases. The piece of shit is running an update or something. Great! Super cool sci-fi gadget. Hey, you guys! I don't have any money for you, okay? So you don't need to ask. The bomb's lost. Didn't anyone ever tell you that? The bombs will always lose.
Hey, we are not homeless and we don't want your money either. Come on, we're only raising awareness and celebrating.
Exactly! And we are protesting!
I love celebrating. What are we celebrating? But please don't tell me that you're celebrating my arrival with this performance, because that would definitely not be worthy of my legacy.
Celebrate your arrival? I don't have any idea who the fuck you are, dude. We are celebrating the Liberation Day. 80 years ago this weekend, the Second World War ended and the Earth was liberated from German Nazi terror.
What a joker you are. Not knowing me? That's impossible. Of course I know about that war. And our glorious victory. At least I saw several movies about it in the theaters. You Germans really have pretty bad actors. Always so serious and uptight. Terrible. Looks like you guys only have one acting school in Germany. And it's from 1802 or something like that.
I can give you our flyer if you want to know more about Liberation Day.
I hope it's got some nice pictures and not too much text.
Sure, what did you think?
What crappy song was that?
Crappy? It's an absolute classic in Germany. A true folk song. It's about war. More accurately from Baron Gustav von Ebermannheim, an arch-villain Nazi officer, also known as Eberman. He used to hunt, torture, and kill resistance fighters in this region.
Ebermannsheim?
Yeah, that was the name of the Nazi piece of shit. And by the way, the Eber is a male pig. Very fitting indeed. Haha! That's why he's called Eberman.
Eberman. Schweinman.
We commemorate the victims of that scoundrel by singing this song.
I must confess, I actually think of a mutant superhero when I hear that name. A flying pig that shoots lasers from his eyes. Truly badass. Bip-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-ew. Schweinman.
Yeah, of course. There are various totally crazy legends about Eberman.
My grandpa still tells the stories about a half-man, half-pig monster even today. It roams the Frankenstein woods, killing everyone that crosses its path.
A spooky story for kids, that's all. No way that's true. Doesn't make any sense.
Yes, why would he stay in that forest where it's freezing cold in winter and he can easily be caught by the police? And how many people get lost in a forest rumored to be inhabited by a monster anyway? And if the cops weren't able to get the job done, the military would have cleaned up long ago. Complete bullcrap if you ask me.
Exactly. It's total nonsense.
Yeah, sounds totally made up.
That's why the horror story with the killer pig is known as the Legend of Eberman.
And everyone knows that legends are not real.
You mentioned protests. You're not part of this burn them alive pack, are you?
Absolutely. You sound like you don't appreciate getting rid of the biggest douchebags all in one go.
Why douchebags? Those are fantastic people. And flying to Starship Station on a rocket? That's super cool.
The Autocratic Five are fantastic people? What world are you living in?
Obviously, I live in one where I'm not forced to sit on the fucking street and make awful music.
And apart from that, putting this chunk of metal in space won't help us.
Yes, you should definitely read Jefferson's reports.
I won't read a damn thing. Reading is beneath my level, generally.
I see. You should just be put in the rocket as well.
What do you think I'm planning to do?
I think I remember that guy.
You do?
These simple people of the street. Their perspective is as limited as their credit cards.
Yes, he was recently mentioned in Tom Tucker's Rock Hard podcast. When Liv launched the hashtag, burn them alive.
Fortunately, there are always luminaries like me who march forward with greatness and wit, showing these lost souls how their lives could be.
Now that you mention it,
If they weren't such incredible failures. Wonder why I don't look surprised? 'Cause I ain't. You seem to know me after all. What a surprise.
sure. Why don't you take a look at from where we know you? Welcome to I am Tom Tucker, and today I have the honor of welcoming a very special guest. The New York Rhymes made her last year's Person of the Year, even before Daniel Brunner and Leroy Jefferson. That's me. She has been the face and voice of Nature First, arguably the largest global youth movement for environmental protection for years now. But that's not all, folks. She caused a controversy last year when she launched the NFA, the Nature First Army, which has since pulled off a few coups against environmental offenders. And all of this at the young age of just 22. Welcome, Liv Lundgren.
Wow, what a welcome. Thank you for having me here today.
No. The honor is mine. It's great to have you here today, really. Be honest. You must be bursting with self-confidence by now. Person of the Year. Just wow. And despite it all, you seem so humble and down to earth. Why? How do you do it?
To be honest, I don't really think about such things.
I can see. You're simply unflappable. Respect, girl. Another question. What about new projects? What are you currently working on?
Well, I can't tell you that much about it, but I can say this. It will shake the public, and of course make the world a better place. Criminals will be held accountable and take responsibility for their actions. No more, no less.
Wow, it seems we have no choice but to wait. I am hyped. Could it be that has something to do with a certain Leroy Jefferson? We've all heard the rumors and know that you were spotted at the Biomedic Systems headquarters at least once. What did you two have to discuss? You should all know him, by the way, in case you don't. Leroy Jefferson, multi-billionaire tech genius, a bit eccentric. Lately he's had quite a large media presence, but we'll get to that in a moment.
Well,
I know. You won't tell me anything about the rumors. But come on, at least tell the folks out there what you think of the bloke.
I'm gonna keep that to myself. None of your business, Tucker.
Please excuse my curiosity. It's one of my few weaknesses. And what about him? How do you feel about him? Holy shit! Who let President Piggy in here? It's Lloyd Kinski. All right. Let's get him out of here, folks. Now.
Ugh.
Certainly not a member of Brunner Youth, are you? For you out there, this is the greatest German genius since his father, Daniel Brunner, CEO of Brunatech, the multinational conglomerate from Germany. He's mainly working on getting our dying planet back into shape. What do you have to say about Brunner, Liv?
Well, screw him. I know half the world hates me for it, but Brunner is the final nail in the coffin of our planet. No matter what his sun shield might achieve, the construction alone will bleed the Earth dry.
I can tell. You're not exactly his biggest fan, are you?
That's certainly true.
And what about his latest stunt? At least he managed to pull off what the UN couldn't achieve in many years. The Autocratic Five are going back to the negotiation table.
Stunt? It's just a political charade. If you ask me, Brunner should just shoot this political special waste directly into the sun instead of blowing this absurd sightseeing tour up their asses. Then there won't be a need for a negotiating table anymore.
Yeah, wow. I can see that.
Just burn 'em. That's it.
And what do you say now?
I like the armor of this sausage knight. It's so shiny. Where were we?
There's just no helping him.
Exactly, there's no helping me. Because I always do everything right. This ain't possible. Frankenstein's famous sausage. Hot, crunchy, German. One Wurst, one Mark. And suddenly, I'm really hungry. Nope. Running is not an option. Let's go. Here we are, in the ear of the storm, but I am ready. I am, right? Easy for you to say. You're not the one that has to be here. I am the one they're gonna torture and torment if they get me. Which brings me to a rather exciting question. If I feel pain, do you feel it too? Was worth a try. What's this? Something's vibrating in my pants. Ah. Yes?
This is Agent McMahon. I see you made it to the bar. Good work, Mr. President.
Of course. And I'm about to venture right into the tiger's den.
I have absolutely no doubt in the success of your mission, Mr. President. Should you ever need my help, don't hesitate to call me. Use the Swiss Army phone to contact me. You will be surprised to find out in how many ways I can assist you, sir.
All right, copy it. As if I needed help, but thanks.
Just in case, Mr. President. Just in case.
Why does everyone always think that I need help? Ridiculous. Warning. The neighbors are quite touchy regarding noise pollution these days. They even poured water out of the window last week. P.S. And cut the bell pranks, you childish fucks. What the hell? That cat looked dangerous, but also kinda cute. A huge trash can. Antifa seems to have a lot to dispose of. I don't want to know. There's no way I'm gonna dig around in an Antifa dumpster. Yuck, that stench is awful. Not touching it. What? Hey! Have you heard about a secret underground train tunnel somewhere in this bar? To which I can get into the Brunatech property?
Dude, you should listen to yourself. You freak.
Is that a no?
Yes.
Sad.
I've got a question too.
Mm-hmm.
You see a cat here somewhere?
Yeah, actually I did. Looked dangerous, but also kinda cute.
Damn. I've got to hurry.
Why? What's up with the cat?
Shh, not here.
Maybe I can continue this, conversation inside. This door's locked. I'd better ring the bell if I want someone to open up.
Quiet! Enough!
Sounds like a pretty angry German. I could just remove the ashtray, but I need the right tool to do it. I've removed the ashtray. Now it's an ordinary trash can. It's empty. I'm not carrying any trash, except for a few $1 bills. The sign shows a dog that's shooting laser from its eyes. What a cheap swine man ripoff. This Antifa seems to be armed with advanced weapon systems. Antifa and friends? Wow, that piece of puke is tough. It's the drinks menu. They serve a hot sauce special, whatever that might be. Only available during the Liberation Day celebration. Excuse me. Are you still alive?
Water.
Is this a game about waking drunk people? Waking drunk people Simulator 23? Unbelievable. A nest full of murderous Antifa battle rats. They're triumphantly dancing around some kind of trophy. It's a human head. The head is very hairy, and it's got huge teeth. In what kind of hell did I end up here? This is insane. All right, let's get to it. Shouldn't be that difficult to find a fucking railway tunnel. Maybe I should start my investigation by talking to the barkeeper.
God damn! The good old rug! What have I done? What a terrible evening.
Excuse me. Have you heard about a secret underground train tunnel somewhere in this bar? To which I can get into the Brunatech property?
Nope. I'm afraid not.
Damn. How are you doing?
To be completely honest, pretty fucked up. My employee sitting around in the kitchen, talking to rats and babbling about that he has to save the world by driving some evil ghost out of a harmless cat. My DJ couldn't stop talking about the perfect hot sauce special, one that will make him rich real soon. But then he throws up all over the toilet after drinking it, and now it looks like he just ran off. Aunt Sophie's good old tiger rug. I ruined it because I was angry.
What happened to Aunt Sophie's rug?
You probably saw the tiger rug in front of the bar. If you didn't, make sure you take another look. It's beautiful. It's an heirloom of my Aunt Sophie and she loved it. Just like I loved her. Unfortunately, thanks to constantly having to clean the toilet, I kept losing my stuff because I always tripped over its head. On one occasion, my smartphone fell and broke. And that's when I totally snapped.
And then you shot the tiger like a real Antifa gangster, right?
Well, I kicked its head off and threw it into the big dumpster outside.
What a move!
I really regret it now. Aunt Sophie loved the rug so much.
Why don't you just go outside and get it out of the fucking dumpster again then?
I wanted to, but it wasn't there anymore. I bet the rats took it. I wish I could just smoke some crap right now and look at the full moon for 5 minutes. But work calls.
What's wrong with your DJ?
He had a little too much hot sauce special. Then, of course, his superhuman amount of vomit clogged the toilet. Guess who had to take care of that?
I guess the cleaning lady?
No, but the worst part is that I always tripped over the blasted rug on my way to the bathroom. And then, shit, it's so fucked up. Why today? Why on Liberation Day?
Regarding those rats, why not just get an exterminator?
Oh, complicated. They're Eric's babies. He raised them. They mean the world to him. I'm afraid Eric might even get violent if something happens to them. Maybe that's the actual reason why he's so fixated on that cat.
I understand. I keep running into problems with my staff as well. What's up?
I have no problems with Erich. He's a great cook, an excellent bouncer, and on good days he can even be a good barkeeper. But his weakness for the rats and the cat recently, it's too much for me sometimes.
Enough whining already. I know you work for Antifa. I'm armed and ready to use these weapons to defend myself. Or to prevent violence against me in the first place.
Take it easy, my friend. We're only here to have a good time together. Nonetheless, burn them alive.
I ought to be careful. You can't trust these terrorists.
No, seriously. I'm just a barkeeper who runs a normal bar around here. Okay, not totally normal. It's got a very special flair. Probably because it used to be a normal flat.
Yeah, whatever. Show me your way.
Of course.
I'd like one of those special drinks. A hot sauce.
Good choice. It's only available during Liberation Day celebrations. You get gin and vodka as the base, and 6 other ingredients of your choice.
Yuck! That sounds disgusting. I'll pass on that. 1 Pilsner, please.
Oh, we're all out of Pilsner. The master brewer has banned them all.
Water? Where's Jesus when you need him? Give me wine.
You'll definitely need his help if you want wine, because we really don't have any.
I'm certainly not ordering water. Water doesn't have any alcohol in it, and it isn't even sweet. Who drinks something like that? Sorry, changed my mind.
Okay.
Gotta go.
All right, take care.
Hey, you!
Yes?
Have you heard about a secret underground train tunnel somewhere in this bar? To which I can get into the Brunatech property?
Wow! Tom Tucker just squeaked that he'll drop his new challenge today! Woohoo! Excited! What did you say?
Yeah, forget it. Sounds like you're a fan of Tom Tucker's. That's great. He's one of my best friends. Next to the other guy.
A fan? I'm his biggest fan! Check my squeak score! No one has more interactions with Tom than me! I'm in my own league! Apart from that, I run the first and only fan club here in Germany! Well, of course, others have tried, but they failed miserably. Tom is simply the best wrestler of all time, and his podcast is the best podcast of all time. And I am the best Tom Tucker fan of all time. Rock hard!
I also love that guy. He was at my birthday party on board of my private jet just yesterday. It was fun as hell. We even went to South Africa.
Seeing I am his biggest fan, I just happen to know that the two of you definitely are not friends. I would know that because I know everything about Tom. Everything!
As if I needed to prove anything to someone like you. I'm the prez, in case you didn't notice.
If you really are friends, you shouldn't have any difficulty answering a simple question about Tom.
Sure, a piece of cake.
As a friend of his, you surely were at his big birthday barbecue last year.
Of course. I love barbecues.
Good. What was the special meal and the special drink at the party? A simple question with 2 simple answers. If you were there, or if you're his biggest fan. I've archived all of his posts. 2 hard drives full of screenshots.
A simple question indeed. Well, burgers, of course. And wine. Loads of excellent wine.
Ha! I knew it! Wrong answer! They had fried carp and draft beer. Tom doesn't grill anything. He only eats deep-fried stuff. Everybody knows that he loves beer. Everybody!
Well, whatever. I couldn't care less. You know what I could do?
Admit that you and Tom aren't really friends.
No. I could just call him and tell him what the next challenge should be. Just like that. 'Cause he loves me.
Ha! I don't believe a word you say. He recently made fun of you in his podcast, to be precise. But go ahead. How about this? Ha! I've got an idea. I want this to be the next challenge. Perform the Tom Tucker signature move on a bar.
All right. Watch and be amazed. Tom will love doing me a favor.
We'll see about that.
Should be a walk in the park to convince that guy. I may not have my smartphone on me, but somehow I should be able to make that call. And I've got the feeling that deep down I actually know what to do. Are those Antifa soldiers? I should be careful. I don't want to mess with those guys. A boring, incredibly hideous t-shirt, which is supposed to cost $1,000. Think I shouldn't play around with that? A tiger which has been turned into a rug. Wonderful. Unfortunately, it's missing its head. I wonder if she's looking for company. Hey, Blondie. Want me to spend you a drink?
Never.
See how she struggled? Just wait till you see my next move. She's just my type. Wow, super nerds. Sorry, guys. Have the two of you heard about a secret railway tunnel in here, through which I can gain access to the Brunatech property?
I think I've heard that before.
You're right, what a déjà vu.
But no, sorry.
What are you guys up to anyway? Are you businessmen? You don't look like businessmen to me.
We're game developers.
We're developing a game.
Something like Burger Crush Legend? I love Burger Crush Legend.
Well, not really. We're developing a point-and-click adventure game.
Yep, in pixel art.
Yeah, in pixel art.
Pixel art? Kinda sounds old and trashy.
That's exactly what it is.
I'd call it cult and timeless.
Or from a time long past.
Excuse me, it's an art form?
Alright, alright. Wanna know more about our game?
Please don't.
Wait a second.
Did you run into an old guy with a walking stick? An Englishman?
Maybe you even know him. He's a game design legend, Rob Christophson.
Never heard of him. Why do you ask?
We just returned from Games Frankenstein, an international convention for video games. That's where we met Christophson.
Exactly, we're big fans of his work, you know?
Had a few drinks with him after the convention closed. Had a few more in here. But since half an hour or so, the guy's fucking disappeared.
We hope he didn't bail on us.
Yeah, that would really suck.
Why do you even care? Are you his bosses?
No, of course not.
He's the maestro.
A genius.
Ah, why didn't you say so in the first place? What did he invent?
Countless awesome space games. But his current project is gonna outshine every game ever made.
So you never heard anything about his crowdfunding campaign? It broke every record out there.
No. Why would I care about some gaming nerds and the few bucks they earn?
Well, anyway, The game's been in early access for 22 years, and now everyone's waiting for the big release, the final update. Actually, he only wanted to go to the toilet and then release it with us.
Yeah, we finally convinced him to do it. He's just too perfectionist about it and can't let go, even though it's been ready for ages now.
Exactly, and we're afraid he might have second thoughts now. He's been gone for half an hour.
Let's cut the chatter. Gotta go.
Okie dokie.
And remember, if you see Christopherson, send him to us.
This is NPC News live
Hey, dude.
from Frankenstein, Germany.
Nice outfit. Who are you?
Directly from
Man,
Brunner
boy?
HQ. It's the boss himself.
Jeez. Oh, a TV. Oh, I missed that.
My dear Cosmopolitans, I would like to begin this press conference with a famous quote. All that is necessary for the triumph of evil is that good people do nothing. Now, my dear Cosmopolitans, I will not do nothing, and can hereby confirm that Brunnertech has heard your demands. We have heard burn them alive, and we... Another quote. We'll just shoot this politician's special waste directly into the sun. We've taken all necessary precautions. The leaders of the Autocratic Five are being detained in a safe location. Everything is being coordinated with the German government and the United Nations. With a bit of luck, we will soon have the Climate Change Convention sealed. And we can begin to save the Earth. Thank you.
Well, really? Brunner is teaming up with Liv and launching the Autocratic Five into the sun?
That's weird. That is super weird.
Oh, is that even legal?
Well, guess that means I should get going. Of course. The rocket launch is coming up very soon. I have to hurry, otherwise the party is gonna start without me. Yeah. We can't afford to lose any more time. Let's go. A Dark Father Jesus mashup. That's what I call badass. I think this new artist made it. What's his initials again? AI? It's beautiful and soulless at the same time. Just like me. A strange gadget from which there are cables running into the wall. Can't reach that thing. It's firmly installed. The Naked Golf Player, in honor of the best German punk band in the world. And once again, we encounter a sleeping drunk person. I don't want to wake her. I doubt it would fit me. The cat's back. Come to Daddy. That sweet thing. It's gonna break my heart. What's that? Back there in the distance. It's the toilet. I'm afraid the fridge isn't plugged in. I don't want to pull on it. Would probably cause a huge chaos. But maybe I could cut a piece off. An old dude with stiff hips. Exactly the opposite of me, so to speak. Hey, mister.
Yeah?
Have you heard about a secret underground train tunnel somewhere in this bar? To which I can get into the Brunatech property?
Nope.
Is everything all right? You sound like you're about to die.
Die? No. I just can't release.
Oh.
I have to get it out, but I can't.
I know exactly what you mean. It's the curse of aging. But I've got some great advice on how to get rid of the problem.
Yeah, I know. Believe in your achievements. Share your progress. The feedback for your beta was wonderful. Now give them what they want. Finally. You're right, no question. And those two really nice German game developers almost had me convinced to do it. But somehow... No, I can't. Not now.
Yeah. Or you just do what I do. I always just go back to my childhood. In my thoughts. See my mom grill me some fresh burgers. Watch her put a napkin on me before kissing my forehead and wishing me a good appetite. And all that must flows.
Wow. Okay. I'm not talking about hanging up piss. I'm talking about the release of my video game. It's great, yeah, but it's not perfect yet. But it's probably too late now. The update is ready to launch. What have I done?
Those two game developers you were talking about, they're looking for you.
Yeah, I know. They're waiting for me. I made them a promise that I'd release my game update together with them. But I just can't do it.
Well, how about you just go out there and tell them?
Their disappointed faces would break my heart. That's the reason why I'm hiding here. I have to plan my next steps.
I guess I could help you out. The Germans have always been our common enemy. Apart from that, they could be Antifa. And that's why I'm on your side. England and America, united once again.
Well, why not? You seem a little, forget it. Yeah, you could help me. You need to get the USB flash drive that's plugged into their laptop and give it to me. It's password protected, of course, but with these hardcore fans, you never know. They'd kill for my game, and I guess they'd probably hack my password and release the update too.
But they're probably keeping a close eye on the flash drive.
Quite certainly, yeah. You need to distract them somehow. You'll come up with something.
Okay. And does the word reward sound familiar to you?
A reward? Of course. How about a free expedition starter pack for my game? You get the updated Columbus Executive Edition with lifetime insurance and 50,000 credits.
Okay, we'll see. First of all, I'm gonna recover your drive from those criminals.
Okay, good luck. I'll be right here.
I can't just take the man's walking stick away from him. If I wanted to use it, I should be on the notebook. A fuse box. Looks very new. Think I shouldn't play around with that? That's not possible. Hey, you!
Hey! What can I get you?
Show me your wares!
Of course!
Water? Water to drink? Sorry.
Okay.
Bruno's gonna burn them alive into the sun.
I think you misunderstood that. Bruno's going to shoot the Autocratic 5 into the sun. He just joined Burn Them Alive. Which is kind of weird.
Yeah, whatever. The important thing is that I don't miss any of the action. Gotta go.
All right, take care.
What the?
Easy, big boy. If I'd have targeted you, you'd have noticed.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Are you an Antifa enforcer? I am armed and ready to fight. And I could request a drone strike anytime. But I'd much rather prefer it if you answered a few questions for me.
Chill, bro. Why don't you just bring me my knife back, huh? Then I'll answer all of your questions.
Okay.
Okay, what's up?
What's your job here?
My job? On one hand, I cook the tomato sauce for the Bloody Larry drink that we'll be serving tomorrow. On the other hand, I'm literally saving the world as we speak. I am the chosen one. Our fate lies in my hands.
The chosen one? You two? Cool, that makes two of us. But what terrible fate is supposed to await us?
Well, I have to stop the one whose name we don't mention. I have to stop him from returning to this world. And I'm very close. I'm almost done preparing the ritual. The only thing that's missing is him. Well, this horrible cat.
Him? The cat? You're confusing me.
Look, he whose name we don't mention, or his ghost so to speak, has taken control of the cat. He's been reborn in it.
Sounds batshit crazy.
Crazy? I saw it in the shadows, and in my dreams. And if you knew what it looks like, this monster, you wouldn't be joking about it. But forget it. There isn't much time. I have to get my hands on that cat so I can proceed with the ritual.
Are you drunk?
Yes, of course. Why?
Well, you're not capable of catching a cat. Come on, an ordinary cat. Just fucking shoot it.
So you think this is easy, Are you a professional cat hunter, This cat is different. It won't just let you shoot it. kill it, and he, whose name we don't mention, will transfer into another living creature, and I have to start all over again. In a worst-case scenario, he will enter the body of a human being. Only through the ritual will I finally be able to rid the earth of his terror once and for all.
Actually, I do happen to be something like a professional cat hunter.
You are? Well, then do the world a favor and catch the beast.
Let me ask again, who the hell is he?
Did you sleep in history class? I can't and won't talk about him. It's just too dangerous.
Oh, boring. I want to know more about the cat.
This beast. What do you want to know?
Can you describe what it looks like?
Of course. It looks like him. You know, whose name we don't mention.
Okay. How should I catch the cat if I'm not supposed to shoot it? Sounds impossible.
Yes, it won't be easy. It's fast, and it's got lightning reflexes. Best thing would be hypnosis.
Hippocratize?
Yeah. Sadly, my pusillum hasn't been delivered yet. Next day, delivery my ass. But maybe you can build a pendulum yourself. I saw one on a flyer recently.
Okay. Where could I find the cat?
It roams about this place all the time. Keep an eye open. You'll find it sooner or later. And be careful. This beast is worse than the devil himself.
Not the first time I hear that. Enough of the cat. What is that ritual about?
Oh, you have to start watching Supernatural and Beyond, the vlog. There's only one way to get rid of him without harming the cat. A complex spell, an exorcism. I've been preparing everything over the last few days. Carefully adhered to the tutorial, every step of it. Now I only need the cat. Alive, by the way, did I mention that?
Is there a reward? Nothing I do is for free.
As if saving the world wasn't rewarding enough. But anyway, how about some kraut? A nice spliff?
You mean a cigarette?
Well, yeah, something like that.
Sounds great. I love cigars.
Awesome. But if you're gonna share, don't share with Sauce. It makes him super sleepy, and he recently quit anyway.
Share. Just get to the point.
All right. Listen. He, the greatest evil of all time, has been reborn in the cat. That's why I have to stop it. Bring it to me. Otherwise, mankind is really fucked. The beast is smart and won't just let you grab it. A real shame we don't have a pusillum. As a reward, I'll give you a little bit of fine homegrown kraut. Weidmannsheil.
Great. Sounds extremely easy.
Okay, and remember to bring the cat to me if you get your hands on it. Whatever you do, don't lead it to the nest of my little friends. That would have grave consequences.
Yeah, whatever. Bye. It's locked. I need a key to open it. I don't feel like burning my hands. The poster of an MMA event. 2 seconds Beluga versus Billy Throttle. 2 seconds Beluga looks badass. Evil spooky scribbling. It's an old water tap. I doubt it still works.
Final warning.
What's he gonna do? Throw a keg of beer at me?
Don't think that was all I've got, my friend.
What an asshole. Luckily, my suit's a water repellent. No time to splash around. A dog that's nailed to a cross. What would Jesus say about that? A small bracket that usually seems to hold something. Nothing. Looks like I'm missing something. Even though it's probably only fake gold, the statue is very heavy. It won't budge. A strong piece of cord. I don't want to mess with those guys. I can see the barkeeper from here. And there's some seedy people hanging around in the bar. Guests, obviously. They look dangerous. A nest full of murderers and Tifa battle rats. They're triumphantly dancing around some kind of hue. The head is... in what kind of head?
Hello, sir. What can I do for you?
I don't know how to say this, but I think I might need your help.
That's exactly what I'm here for. Let me hear it.
I think I'm stuck. Can you help me out?
Just like I said, that's exactly what I'm here for. Unfortunately, not in this demo yet. That's why I've only got some short advice. Try harder, goddammit.
Wow! You sound just like my father. You have to call Tom Tucker and tell him what I want his next challenge to be.
Don't get me wrong, sir, but why should Mr. Tucker listen to you?
Maybe because he's my best friend, and of course, because I'm the prez. Who could ever turn me down?
I don't want to sound rude, sir.
But that's exactly what you're doing right now, Mr. You know, is this really such a difficult task? Give him my kindest regards. He'll be happy to hear from me.
Your kindest regards. I think I know what you mean, sir.
About time.
We talking about the usual procedure?
Bro, what? Just do it. Tom will love doing me this favor.
Yes, sir. Just one more question. What do you want this challenge to be?
Easy. Perform the Tom Tucker elbow move on a bar.
Yes, sir. I will do my best.
I'll be damned! Tom actually posted a new challenge! Perform Tom Tucker's trademark elbow move on a bar? That's impossible! But a challenge is a challenge!
That ought to teach him.
Mere coincidence! I don't believe anything you say!
Hey, you! Tom and I are best friends. Believe me now?
No! That was too easy! Tom could just as well have posted that challenge himself! He loves bars, and he loves his trademark move! Your coincidence!
Ugh, of course. Give up already.
No! Show me some real proof! This time, I come up with something that Tom could never know anything about! Yes! I just came up with a great challenge! Bring a hot sauce special!
That's it?
You can only get it on Liberation Day and only in this bar!
Okay, no problem.
Hello, sir. What can I do for you?
I don't know how to say this, but I think I might need your help.
That's exactly what I'm here for. Let me hear it.
You've got to call Tom again and urge him to post another challenge. It worked out perfectly before, right?
Okay.
This time, the challenge shall be drink a hot sour special in one gulp.
Okay, sir. The same financial scope?
Yeah, just do your job.
It's the final chapter! Another challenge? Impossible! Drink a hot sauce special? No! How did that happen? How could I be so wrong? That sleazy piece of shit is going to regret this. But first I have to get this challenge over with. Sauce, one hot sauce for me, please.
Sorry, Simon. You already owe me big time. I want to see cash.
Fuck, but I have to...
Hey, you!
You again!
Why don't you treat yourself with a hot sauce special for the challenge?
Because I'm out of cash.
We'll see. If I'm in a good mood, maybe I'll buy you one. Maybe. Hey, you!
Hey, what can I get you?
Show me your wares.
Of course.
I'd like one of those special drinks. A hot sauce.
Good choice. It's only available during Liberation Day celebrations. You get gin and vodka as the base, and 6 other ingredients of your choice.
Of course. Doing it for the challenge. I'll take... Just mix me something. Anything.
All right. Let me surprise you.
Hey, you!
Hey, what can I get you?
Gotta go.
All right, take care.
Here you go. You earned it.
Okay, the triumph is yours for today. It's all about the challenge. It makes me swallow my pride, among other things. Tastes delicious. Tom is going to love it. But don't you dare think this is over.
I think it is. I am the most powerful man in the world. And I just proved it. Hey, you!
Are you going to humiliate me again?
Sorry, gotta run.
And it would be the best if you never show up around here again.
Hey, I'm back.
Have you got the drive?
I'm out of here.
All right. Please remember to get the flash drive.
Mm-hmm. A cooker hood? In here? Do they use those to extract urinal smell here in Germany? A toilet deodorizer. Such a lovely, refreshing smell. Kinda reminds me of my favorite cocktail bar in Rio de Janeiro. Mm-hmm. Those caipirinhas, trust me, you'd love them. I don't need to pee. Ugh, and there's vomit inside the sink. Disgusting. You can see the full moon from here. Almost a beautiful sight. But the window is dirty as fuck. I'm not touching it. Ugh. There's remains of vomit everywhere. Disgusting. Forget it. Ugh. Maybe we should ask him something about their game. You really have to help me out on this one, okay? Video games. Is it gonna be a full-price early access title?
Good question.
Bloody good question. I can see you're a real professional.
Well, it is as follows. Of course we won't rip anyone off with some bullshit full-price early access title.
We generally prefer to release something that's finished and bug-free. But don't ask us about a release date.
Time to change the topic.
Any other questions?
What does your DLC policy look like?
Good question.
Bloody good question. I can see you're a real professional.
Well, it is as follows. Of course there won't be any overpriced DLC with hardly any content.
We'd rather work on a brand new game.
Yeah, maybe even on a second part.
With new characters.
But set in the same universe.
Any other questions?
Is it gonna be exclusively for the computer?
Good question.
Bloody good question. I can see you're a real professional.
Well, it is as follows. Of course there won't be any platform exclusive deals.
At best the game will even be available everywhere.
On the computer, consoles and smartphone.
And on any operating system.
Exactly.
Any other questions?
Do the graphics meet current standards?
Good question.
Bloody good question. I can see you're a real professional.
Well, it is as follows. And yes, we both know that the art style is totally outdated.
The art style is what? You know you're insulting countless legendary games, right? Classics?
Exactly. Classics. Games you played 30 years ago. This is the 21st century. You gotta keep up with the times.
It's the 21st century and we still use vinyl, or don't we?
Yeah, I always strap my gramophone to my bag if I want to listen to music on the train.
Oh, please cut the polemic.
Please cut the pre-war words.
Hipster, boomer, yuppie,
old-timer.
See? They're arguing.
Poser,
dinosaur,
nerd,
fossil.
It'll be easy to steal the flash drive now. Like stealing candy from a baby. Just like I said.
Geek,
Methuselah,
tech junkie,
retro slut.
Stop it!
No, you stop it.
Your flash drive, as promised.
Oh, wonderful. So does the Explorer starter pack with the updated Columbus Executive Edition intrigue you?
If it's a real spaceship, of course. An appropriate reward for this task.
No. It's a digital product, a spaceship you can use in my game. You'd save $300.
A game? Boring. Is that all you got?
Well, the only other thing I could offer you is my walking stick. It's made out of real moonstone. Too valuable, actually. But luckily, I've still got a few tons and can just have a new one made.
Okay, why not?
No, thank you. You were a great help.
Good weight and balance. Reminds me of my 9 iron. Good punch for sure. That's not possible. That's not possible. Looks like it's got no power.
Hey! What can I get you?
There's an extremely mysterious elevator back there. Know anything about it?
An elevator? Where? This place doesn't have a basement and the upper levels are only accessible through the flats outside.
Well, thing is, the elevator isn't working anyway. It's as if it doesn't have any power.
That actually doesn't really surprise me. The power supply in this building is quite old. I still haven't found an electrician to this day that understands any of it.
Where's the fuse box?
Back there in the kitchen, locked with a key that I always carry with me. So nobody messes around with it. Like I said, the matter is very complex.
Okay. How the hell could you have missed an elevator?
I don't know. I only take care of the basics around here. Mixing drinks, talking to guests, stuff like that. And cleaning the toilet after someone puked all over it again.
You're not exactly being of any help.
Oh, sorry for that.
Gotta go.
All right, take care.
Hey!
Not now. We gotta set something straight.
I doubt it would fit me. She's gonna be really pissed when she wakes up. The sock turned red. I love the smell so much. It's very intensive. The toilet deodorizer seems to be quite new. The cord is is now tied to the sock. I can now swing the sock from one side to the other. Like a swing. Here, kitty, kitty. Looks like it worked. Come to Daddy. There you go. The cat was a piece of cake.
Unbelievable. You actually did it. You're a real hero for all mankind.
It's what I'm here for. It's what I do best. Winning!
Your reward. And please, like I said, don't give any of the kraut to Sauce. Even though he could probably use a little brain break.
No idea why the barkeeper's so crazy about this stuff. It smells more like some weird tea than like good Cuban tobacco. A dude holding a hypnotized cat who's sitting in the back room of an Antifa bar. What the hell could possibly go wrong? Luckily, I'm a big guy with big pockets. I've placed the trash can right in the middle of the puddle. Yup. The water landed in the trash can. Pretty heavy.
Whoa, fuck me.
Guess that helped?
Oh yeah. Thanks a lot, buddy. I don't want to say you saved my life, but you kind of did.
Easy now. I'm not in a mend, but maybe you can help me with something.
Sure. What do you need?
Have you heard about a secret underground train tunnel somewhere in this bar, to which I can get into the Brunatech property?
Oh, that's a difficult question. I have no idea. But it probably has something to do with that mysterious closet in the back of the bar.
Okay. You look horrible. What happened to you?
Oh, maybe I look like I can't remember a thing, but I can tell you, I remember everything. Every ingredient, the right order. It's all in my head. Now all I have to do is to find out why I had to puke my soul out. Oh, it would be a shame if I were allergic to anything, or worse, if it has something to do with the ingredients of my drink. It would ruin everything.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about hot sauce. The new special drink you can get from Sauce, the barkeeper. Gin, mate, vodka. 6 ingredients of your choice, in an order of your choice. A special only available on this weekend, you know, because it's Liberation Day.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
Anyhow, after a long testing phase, I found the ultimate combination. A one-of-a-kind experience when it comes to taste.
It's gonna be the drink. I see the end of these fucking craft beers. The beginning of a new age of hipsterism. And it will all be defined by... Oh, I need a catchy name for my drink. ASAP.
So, you're not an alcoholic, but...
Oh, yep. Bar and clubbing influencer, blogger, DJ and graduate of the Brunner Youth Academy. An entrepreneur, at least soon.
Sounds really cool. But why are you hanging around this shithouse then? Come on, it's Antifa.
Oh, Antifa? There. But all that doesn't matter. I only care about the gross margin and profitability of my upcoming business. And while we're at it, I really need to get back behind my deck. The hits can't hit play by themselves.
What did the barkeeper mix in your hot sauce? Can you tell me that?
And jeopardize my future empire of alcoholic beverages? No way.
Come on, I saved your life.
You are good. Tough negotiation skills. A real deal maker.
Did you expect anything less?
Oh, you know what? You get me some clean clothes, and I'll tell you the ingredients. They're not quite perfect yet anyway. Sound good?
There's no fucking way you are getting my suit.
Don't worry. I don't want your suit. I like casual clothes. A t-shirt. That's all I need. Well, there's no way I can return to my DJ deck with my dinner all over my clothes.
Okay, I'll take a look around. So you work for this Brunner guy?
No. I just went to his Brunner Youth Academy. And as everyone can see, very successfully. The Brunner Youth is a youth organization founded by Brunner Tech. They've got educational and recreational facilities for all ages, like the Brunner Youth Academy, a highly regarded university. The education is phenomenal. Save the world and get fucking rich while doing it.
What do you want me to do again? You know, so you'll give me those hot sauce ingredients?
Just bring me some clothes. I need some fresh clothes if I want to return to my deck. And believe me, I want to return to my deck.
Oh, for the DJ who's completely covered in his own vomit. Yeah, that could actually be the perfect fit. I would like to buy this totally overpriced and abysmally ugly t-shirt.
The $1,000 shirt?
Yes.
That's not for sale. It's a symbolic price. The shirt is something like a relic. It used to belong to one of the founders of this bar.
So what?
He's pretty famous today. Plays in the second best German punk band in the world, in Germany.
Whew. Okay, how about $10,000?
It's been a long time since they really were punk anyway. Guess the shirt is yours.
There you go. A really old and weathered t-shirt that's nowhere near being worth $1,000. No matter who the fuck used to wear it. Here's some fresh clothing.
Oh, the $1,000 shirt? Really?
Yes, I'm sorry. It's the best I could find.
This really is the best you could find. Gonna make one hell of a squeak story. This shirt is worth way more than $1,000. It's a piece of art. It was once worn by one of the bar's founders.
Yeah, I know. Second best German punk band in the world. Could we please get to the ingredients of your hot sauce now?
Oh, yes, of course. Okay, listen carefully. Clear peppermint liquor from East Berlin, 1985. Fresh juice from Dune yellow lemons from Madagascar. 3 squirts of a DIY chili sauce made from Grocotto Peron Rojo peppers. Slow spirit with an ABV of 62.5%, made by the Schütz and Werner distillery. 50 grams of melted gorgonzola with 58.6% fat. 16 drops of cough syrup from the brand Cough Block. Order, enjoy, and well, don't puke. I hope you can remember all of that.
Of course. Or can I? Then again, why the hell should I even try to remember that? Hey, you!
Hey! What can I get you?
Show me your way!
Of course!
I'd like one of those special drinks. A hot sauce.
Good choice. It's only available during Liberation Day celebrations. You get gin and vodka as the base, and 6 other ingredients of your choice.
Of course. Doing it for the challenge. I'll take... Maybe I'll just give the recipe of that Brunner youth dude a shot. Clear peppermint liquor from East Berlin, 1985.
Got it?
Fresh juice from Dune yellow lemons from Madagascar.
Wonderful choice.
Three squirts of a DIY chili sauce made from Ricotta Peron Rojo peppers.
Great.
Slow spirit with an ABV of 62.5%, made by Schütz and Werner distillery.
Mm-hmm.
$50 grams of melted gorgonzola with 58.6% fat.
Delicious.
$16 drops of cough syrup from the brand Cough Block.
Yes. I think this isn't the first time that I mixed this combination today. There you go. Anything else?
A hot sauce special. I hate wasting drinks. Hey!
Hey, my little lifesaver. Give me 5 minutes to freshen up and to get rid of my ruined clothes. I'll see you inside.
All right. Hey, you!
Hey! What can I get you?
Hey! This'll probably help you relax.
Oh, not here. Not without a romantic view of the full moon.
Gotta go.
All right, take care.
Here you go. You earned it.
Why not? I'd do anything for my squeak score.
Again? I can't believe it.
Okay. Looks like the barkeeper is getting the cleaning lady. For a second, I thought the cleaning lady looks just like the barkeeper. But it is the barkeeper. He actually has to clean the toilet himself.
Fucking bullfuck. I definitely gotta ask Erich if he's got some crowd for me. After an evening like this one, I simply have to relax a bit. What's up? What do you want?
Oh, nothing. Sorry. You having a good time?
A good time? It would be a good time to smoke some kraut and let my mind wander while I gaze at the glorious full moon out there. I've got to get this over with. Sorry.
Don't I have this walking stick here somewhere? Feels like a solid 9-iron. I'm very experienced with a 9-iron. Excellent punch. So tell me, why shouldn't I just use it to knock the barkeeper out cold? That would solve our problem with the key. Don't think he'll recover from that anytime soon. You're confusing me. I already told you I could easily knock him out with that walking stick. The cigar? I could also just smoke it myself. Me, smoking a cigar in front of a dead Antifa mob boss. What an awesome selfie. So tell me, shall we give this baby a little swing? We'll find another solution. Trust me. You sound like my mother. I'm not allowed to do anything. Everything that's fun is prohibited.
Huh? Where did you get that from?
Well?
Doesn't matter anyway. I'd kindly appreciate your offer. You'll get a free drink later.
As if I need anything for free, but thanks. Looks like it worked.
Has anyone seen a fat, murderous American here?
In the closet! In the back of the bar!
Everybody calm down. No one moves. Is that a secret lift in the closet?
It's a fat, murderous American in a secret lift in the closet.
Whew. I should be safe for the moment. As long as those cops ain't following me.
What is jammed?
Looks like really complicated science to me. Shit. Maybe I can set up a trap for them and take cover somewhere.
Come on, man. Just press the button. I did. Do you think I'm an idiot? Guess the elevator is broken then. Let's focus. The American used it as well. It's what we're stuck.
A pipe. It's covered in ice and it's got many cracks.
Please send backup. We requested it half an hour ago.
I shouldn't do that. I'm afraid it might rip open as soon as I touch it.
Your belly's in the way. The door can't shut. You're the only one standing next to the door, aren't you? It's your belly. If you press inwards a bit more, I can shut the door. Herrschaftszeiten! I'm about to lose it! Let's ask the civilians to help us close the door from the outside!
I've attached the hook to the pipe.
It's all electric. It won't help if I start pulling on the door. The electronic shutters are obviously not helping either.
American. Hands where I can see them.
Started the day with ice pops, ended it with ice cops. Things are going south. Hear that? I think the train's coming. Wow, we actually did it. I reckon we made quite a good team after all. Unfortunately, this is the end of the first chapter, though. This train will lead us to the open world part of the game. Once we're off the rails... Well, better get going. I'll be waiting in the full version of the game. As soon as the devs get it done. Don't forget to wishlist it on Steam.
Hello, Mr. Brunner. Welcome on board.
Guten Tag, Mrs. Train. Time to get out of here. What are we waiting for?
My programming as a German train prohibits me from being on time. All right, we can go now.
See you on the other side.